In today's video, we are putting to the test a comment you really wanted to see. Which is more powerful, bleach or dye? Guys, Georgia Burns asked a fantastic question not too long ago. If you drop powerful dye in bleach, would the bleach change color or would the dye go away? Now, 1,500 of you wanted to know what would happen, so we have got some supplies here today.
We've got our classic chlorine bleach, we've got some fairly powerful hydrogen peroxide, and we've got several different things that could stain or add coloring, and we're gonna see what happens if you mix them. Will the bleach strip all of the color out of the color, or will the color add color to the bleach?
Here's the basic idea. We have bleach, hydrogen peroxide, and 5 different types of liquids that are known to stain. We're going to see which one of these is the most powerful.
This is mostly used for laundry and it's pretty standard stuff. I'm sure you've used this at some point. This is hydrogen peroxide and it's a salon hydrogen peroxide. This is 4 times as powerful as the stuff you get in the little brown bottles. As I was buying it, the girl at the checkout counter actually warned me. She said like, hey, just be sure you don't leave this in your hair too long because it's really powerful and it'll change stuff fast. And I assured her it's actually not going to go in my hair.
In the next video, we're gonna bleach Nate's hair.
That's not gonna happen. So, you know, I think it's probably pretty strong and we're just gonna start testing stuff, I think. We've got some nice clear containers. We'll add bleach, we'll add color. We might try mixing things up in a bit, but I think we just wanted go through and test all of the different colorants versus both of our bleaches.
I also want to try dropping the dye in the way Georgia suggested, but also I want to put it on some fabric. I think 100% cotton shirts, we're going to see if the dye is going to hold or if the bleach is going to win out or the hydrogen peroxide. Let's see.
I kind of want to start with the weakest, and I don't actually know for sure what that is, but I kind of feel like it might be the juice. Yeah. Okay. This is just cranberry juice. It isn't used specifically as a dye very much, but it's good at staining clothing if you spill it on yourself.
That is unsweetened. Oh boy. Wee, that was
100% cranberry juice.
I should have checked that.
Ingredients, cranberry juice.
I need a drink.
Now that she's demonstrated it's terrible, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Oh, wow.
Huh.
That like immediately lost all of its color.
That was amazing.
It didn't even make it to the bottom of the container.
Put the stick in there.
So we've got a little bit of color on the stick.
Dip it halfway down.
That is so fast.
Wow, that didn't even survive. Pour some cranberry juice on there and then we'll just like dip it in there.
Oh, I spilled.
Oh no!
That was more than I meant, but that's fine. I really kind of did spill.
Pat, 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 pat. Okay, well I didn't think that one through.
All right, so are we just gonna try and like pour some bleach onto part of it?
Yeah, I just want to see what the difference is. And if you bleach clothing too much, you can actually get a yellow stain sometimes. And I mean, now we kind of see this has a bit of a yellow coloring to it.
Ha! Wow.
Oh boy, but see how it's still kind of yellow. It's definitely better.
Yeah, which is I'm sure why you're supposed to use this in the wash. So after it strips the color, it just washes it clean.
What if you drip some onto the white? Does it stain it that yellow bleach color? Does it
if
even
it would get absorbed?
sink in?
No. Not very much.
Okay, so bleach versus cranberry juice. Gone.
Cranberry juice has nothing. Although still slight yellow around the edges especially. You know, maybe if you just threw this in the wash with a healthy amount of bleach, you'd just be like, oh look, all the cranberry juice is gone. That worked out great.
Rinse your clothes out first, but I mean, right there, we just dunked some into this container. You could not tell that there's cranberry juice in there now.
Let's try some food coloring.
Food coloring? All
right. I think food coloring is a good one.
Let's try this. I'm gonna try the green one.
All right, here's red. I'm just gonna drop a drip of red food coloring into our container here and see what it does. Ooh, it's lasting longer than the cranberry juice.
Still there.
Give this a little gentle stir here.
Nope, running away. I think you dyed the water.
The bleach still seems to be slightly, but now, I don't know, now it looks like it's turning orangey and I think it is killing it.
Green drop right in the middle. This is also a contaminated batch. We might want to try just completely fresh bleach.
Some nice new bleach might be a good plan.
Now, what I'm finding interesting here is if you put food coloring in water, it mixes in immediately. That's not even trying to mix.
Blue is pretty powerful. It's the opposite of the yellow for the most part, and so we'll see how much, yeah, just get a good. So in water, that would be enough to just turn it blue.
Yeah, the way it's gathering and just not really mixing in is kind of interesting. Also,
I think it's
really killing the color there, isn't it?
I think it is stripping the color right out of that. It's not as quick as the cranberry juice, but
No.
look how not blue that is.
This is how food coloring normally just like disperses in a liquid.
That's gone.
Yeah, but it was still like sitting on top. Our green is gone too, but here's what it
Yeah.
would do in water. It's sort of doing the same thing.
It's dispersing a lot more. All right, let's try this though. I'm gonna stir this and then we can add bleach to this water.
To the water
so we have
itself.
a very clear before,
Okay.
after what happened. Yeah, that went in blue, and of course, yes, diluted because the bleach, just thins it out a little bit, but since the dilution finished, that still has stripped out so much color.
We just leave that for a couple minutes. That'll just be clear again. Actually, clearer than the bleach itself because the water is much clearer than the bleach.
Look at that, that's gone.
Yep.
Okay, so this has just a little bit of bleach in it. I'm just gonna keep pouring cranberry juice in until it finally overpowers the bleach, if it happens.
That is bizarre. Maybe.
It's now adding some color to it. All right, at this point, I think we're finally starting to actually add red color to it.
That's
That
just a
took a
beautiful
lot.
like ombre happening here.
We had like 8 times as much cranberry juice as bleach to finally have the cranberry juice overpower the bleach.
So it
and
can be done.
And we
It's
can
just
set this to the
difficult.
side. It may still eventually strip more color out of it, but it took a lot.
So this is just water and 2 drops of blue food dye. I'm gonna go ahead and say that with food dye, bleach wins.
Food coloring is no match. We also have some
I do
pen
have some
ink.
pen ink.
I like that. Let's try some pen ink.
All right,
That looks really neat.
that was pretty. It's doing what the other one's doing, it's just kind of chilling on the top. Yeah, the interesting thing is at least in the water, it does sink. There is nothing even halfway through, like it is just chilling on the top.
Very, very surface.
Will not sink down into it.
Oh,
Well,
likes the stick. Oh, and it's gone. All right, new bleach, not contaminated by all of our experiments in that cup.
doesn't seem to be doing quite as much as it did. Like the cranberry juice, it was crazy impressive how
Oh
fast
yeah,
that
the
went
cranberry juice had its color sucked out instantly. Maybe just let that sit for a bit.
away. All right, next up, RIT clothing dye. This is a synthetic clothing dye, so this will be kind of interesting. Let's see. That is a murky green. Okay, so this sinks.
It did, it settled right down to the
Yep.
bottom. Little bits of it are mixed in.
Did the opposite
Looks
of what
like
our
an
food
algae
coloring
bloom.
did. It does.
I do think it's lightened a little bit, but not a ton, which is interesting because bleach that's used on clothing you would think would be extra effective on clothing dye, but then clothing dye is probably extra strong so you don't accidentally wash it or bleach it out. You want
Paint.
to try the paint?
I do.
Let's try the paint.
Black paint.
All right, I say you get your black one, here's
Okay.
the purple one. We'll add a little squirt of paint in and stir it up and see if it does anything.
Sure. Mine is disintegrating.
Ooh.
It's not necessarily bleaching the color out, but it is breaking it apart.
Texture of the paint has now come apart, but I'm gonna stir it and really get this mixed in
I wonder
there.
if it'll stick to your stick now, because acrylic paint normally will, but nope, it's just
It's a very bleach-soaked stick.
broke it down.
Look at the color of the liquid that I have now. It's gone like purpley white. So at this point, it looks like the paint is absolutely winning out.
Yeah.
But now that I've stirred it in, it might be able to interact more with the bleach, so we'll give it a couple minutes and see how it's looking. Now maybe the pigment in the acrylic paint is just stronger or a chemical that isn't affected by bleach the same way, by that oxidation, but it also might just be that because of what's around it, the base of the paint itself, it might prevent the chemical reaction from even occurring. That hasn't done a ton. I think
Nope.
it's taken a little bit of the blue away.
It has. And it's definitely not nearly so dark here as it was before, but these were our inks that we let settle into the shirt. We've left them for about 10 minutes here, and it did some.
Some color was
Yes.
removed, not all the color.
Yeah. This was incredibly concentrated too. We had quite a bit of that. I'm gonna say that the bleach wins out against most of these things so far, but it can be overcome in a very, very, very concentrated amount.
To prevent accidentally causing any weird chemical reactions, we washed all of our dishes, and now we're going to add peroxide and the same dyes. We're gonna see how they react.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree that hydrogen peroxide is in fact a color-safe bleach.
But I do think, in a sense of fair play, we should give this stuff like 20 minutes and just see if anything happens to it.
All right, we'll just let it sit and we'll wait.
All right, guys, bleach versus dye. When we're using the chloride clothing bleach, I think the bleach was very clearly the winner.
It was. There were a few different things that it couldn't really go up against, like the acrylic paint, which just makes sense, but you use enough of it and dye's really not gonna hold up against it.
Look at this. This is what it did to our ink. It took some time, but it just stripped all of that out.
We tried hydrogen peroxide, but hydrogen peroxide on its own, as you can see, doesn't really do much. You need a bleach powder with that.
We got it to take out a little bit of color from the spilled cranberry juice, but it was very mild and very slow. Nothing compared to our clothing bleach.
Are you going to pour bleach in that?
I am.
Oh no.
That's like a magic trick right there. That's cranberry juice lid. Of course it's not gonna fit on the bleach. Just
and gone.
stripped it.
Oh, and you.
And I didn't think about how that was about to happen, clearly. Bleach versus dyes. Thank you, Georgia Burns, for your suggestion. That was really cool. Stir.
Guys, that was a ton of fun, but you know we've always got lots more for you to see. Hit that box up at the top for our most recent video, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.